Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. And today we continue to celebrate South African Women's Day, Women's Month. And we're at the Signa Academy in Bellville, Cape Town, South Africa, because we know you're watching from all over the world. So basically they are celebrating their Women's Day, Women's Month today. And they decided to have a long day event of where moi get to be the motivational speaker. So but I'm with the center manager. I'll get him to introduce himself. Sir, can you introduce yourself, who you are?
Hi everyone. My name is Simon Zita. I'm the campus manager for Signa Academy in Bellville. Signa Academy Bellville, we basically are a skills development training provider. We do learnerships, we empower learners with disabilities and also learners that are able as well. So yeah.
So how long has the Signa been?
Signa Academy has been in existence since 2014 here in the Cape Town branch, but in Johannesburg it has been there since 2013. From 2014 we've been active doing learnerships.
Awesome. So how many learners at one point do you have at each point?
At each point, we have the capacity to fill 150 learners on campus, and we also have like 200 and something learners at the workplace because they're doing their theoretical training and they also do their practical training with the host employment. So we find the host for the learners and then they do all their practical activities there.
So how do people know about Signa? How do your learners find out about you?
Basically, we do the word of mouth, and we also, are active on social media as well, like your LinkedIn. We're also active on Facebook. Mostly our advertising is basically, communicating to learners that are coming in as well, doing a word of mouth. We also go to schools as well, where we also present what Signa is all about and so forth. Yeah.
So today's event, celebrating South African Women's Day and Women's Month, because I think we should be celebrating South African Women's Day every day because we women, we deserve to be celebrated every day. So you guys have decided to have this day. Why and what is this about?
Mainly, we were looking at women empowerment, and in terms of women empowerment as well, we felt like, we also needed to include men so that they can understand as well how to treat women better, how to understand them. And we were more looking at, because of our different background and the diversity that comes with culture, where it was embedded in us that the woman needs to be at home looking after the kids, the kitchen, and we're trying to say, you can grab as many opportunities. You are allowed, you are free to do certain things that men can do as well. So you are capable of doing that. So we wanted to bring that on board so that they can understand that they have the power as women to actually lead, to be leaders of tomorrow. So that's the reason why we wanted to do this event as well, so that we can empower them, so that they know that we also care for them as well.
All right, okay. Well, we'll be right back, but I know I have to give you this warning. You'll be listening to me because I was a motivational speaker there. So enjoy. I'm Dr. Mama K. I'm with an organization called Bold Moves. So for me, this theme is so appropriate for us today. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping. I'm not a teacher, but I run a school as well in Nigeria. So please do not talk when other people are talking. Focus. Have your phones on silent. If you haven't yet, please have your phones on silent. If you need to go for a comfort break, feel free once in a while to get up, but don't interrupt when people are talking. And I will be passing the mic. We do have another mic. So this is about you as well, developing confidence in yourself, public speaking, and a lot of others. So just indulge me for today. So next slide, please. Everybody here, everybody is going to be involved. Okay? So concentration means, so the first one is concentration. We're going to focus on female names. So you need to come up with a name, a female. English language, French, Xhosa, Algerian, Swahili, whatever language, female. Unisex female names are allowed, okay? So I'm going to go around very quickly. But why it's called concentration is you're now not allowed to say a name somebody else has said. So you need to concentrate. So if somebody has said Sipo, you can't say Sipo again. Got it? Have we got it? If you say it, then you're out. But we're going to do it once because it's a big group. And I'm going to be doing a bit of rocking around. So we're going to start, like I said, from the top to the last. So we normally sing a song as well, but I don't want to sing that song today because I don't know it fully. But it's called concentration. So, let me start. Name, female names.
Anushka. Cherise.
Ruth.
From Bell.
I'm going to need some judges to make sure they're not saying the names again. So now you have to know. So I hope you all know what I'm saying.
Tanisa.
Ketile.
Rose.
You're all doing well. I hope you're not naming boys' names, especially the outside name that you know I don't know.
Ai. Patricia. Amanda.
Please, if anybody names a boy's name, let me know, huh?
Keisha. Yolanda.
Are you concentrating?
Charlotte. Zoe. Lila. Amanda.
You're out. You're so out now. Okay. You see, somebody was concentrated. Please, concentrate.
Magdalena. Tano.
Ulkan.
Sharon.
Bungani. Lulu.
You see, thank you. It's out.
Anita.
Reiti.
Aseko. Amashi.
Are you sure it was okay? It was not?
Connie. Angela. Robert.
So you said okay.
Shirley. Inarincha.
Aboni. Alicia.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you're out, it's been named already, yes, I got you. Huh? Are you sure which was one name before? Okay. Okay. Emma, okay.
Laila.
Laila was mentioned here.
There we go, you're out. You're not concentrating. Okay. Okay.
Trey.
Okay. Is it his name? Oh, it's a unisex. Okay, thank you.
Emil.
Nikita.
Mamelo. Felina. Babano. Innocent.
Okay.
Sakira.
Okay. Cindy. Yeah. Okay.
Nami.
Are you not saying the same thing she's saying? You are out. You are out.
Isma.
Okay.
Sandra.
Okay.
Sofu.
All right. Jessica.
Wendy.
Okay. Sandy Lee. I love that name. You're so out. Samuel. Okay. Wow. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, we'll do a quick one. I know I lied, I said female names only. So another one, those who are out, so this is the last one. I'll just come to you, I won't do everybody. So now, I need names of countries in Africa. So, I know it's only females, but I need names of countries in Africa. I won't do everybody this time. So, I'll just be picking, and you need to concentrate. So, let's see. How many countries do we have in Africa for a start? 52, is it right? Who has another? No, we have 55 countries. So let's see. Okay. Right, names of countries in Africa. My judge, are you still here? I think I'll leave you out. Let's start. I'll leave you out to help me make sure they concentrate. Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Namibia, Swaziland, Mali, they all come from South Africa, right? Okay.
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, Morocco. You actually picked someone from Morocco, like a footballer. Malawi, Senegal, Gabon. Oh, you guys are doing well. Okay. Ghana, okay.
Tanzania.
You were not concentrating. Tanzania has been said. Help us out. Yeah, nobody mentioned where I come from originally. Nigeria, Congo, okay. But it's not called Congo, eh? Yeah, there is Congo. You're right, okay. Mozambique. I'm not waiting. Where down? Where do you want to sit? Come on. She's not your one. Okay, well, one more. All right. Ethiopia, yeah. Kenya. Lesotho. Congo, we are out. Did you say Congo? We are out. Uganda. Help us. Burundi. Now I'm confused. Somebody should check for us. Guinea-Bissau, yes. You are well traveled. Egypt. I think some people said Egypt. Yeah. Gabon. I think someone said Gabon already. The French country. Zimbabwe. Yeah. Keep going. We're almost there. Zimbabwe has been said. Somebody said Tanzania already. Chad, yes. Angola, yes. Come on.
Saudi Arabia.
Algeria, that's better. Thank you. That's good. Somebody said Kenya.
Tanzania.
Somebody said Tanzania. Somebody said Algeria. Somebody said. You say everybody now? Somali, yes. Jamaica is in West Indies. It's not in Africa. Canada. It's not in Africa. It's in North America. Somebody said, you're right? Burundi, okay. Egypt, somebody said. Swaziland, somebody said. Huh? Nigeria, somebody said. Burkina Faso. Okay. Ethiopia, somebody said. What we do have Botswana, Togo, let me see, Sierra Leone, Mali, Guinea-Bissau, yeah. So we have blessed in Africa. Okay, now I need 4 volunteers, and if I don't get, I will choose. Yeah. So 4 volunteers, if I don't get, I will choose. So anybody that wants to be bold to volunteer. Just come forward. you're going to be asking questions to each other, but it needs to make sense. So you would ask a question, you ask a question, you ask a question, you ask a question. But it needs to be a question relevant to the question the person has said. So like now, I'll give you an example. What is my name? Why do, the next person could go, why do I need to know your name? Well, exactly. So question. You see now? Aha! All right. So no answers, just questions. Yes. All right. But it needs to make sense question. All right. So who is ready to start? Ready? Okay. Come this way. We can see you guys. Come this way. And I'm going to start with you by now to the first. Come here. Yeah, that way. So let's go. Question?
What is your age?
What is your age?
Why do you need to know my age? So what?
What?
So when were you born? You know, so you just keep asking questions. And you come.
When I was born.
Huh?
When I was born.
What's the meaning of my name? Everybody needs to know the meaning.
I don't know what you mean.
No. Oh, okay, that's my question. Thank you.
Why do someone need to know your name?
What's the point of all of this?
Who wants to know?
Is that important to know? Is that important to know?
So why are you guys here? Why are you asking? You know? So that's it. Okay, give them a round of applause. Let's go. Who wants to start? Anything. Doesn't matter. But it has to be question. But it needs to be like you can continue or stop or change. Okay, are we ready?
How tall are you? Why am I here?
What's the reason you're here?
You're not answering my question. Why are you so tall?
Why do you need to know?
Why do you need to know?
Because I asked you the question.
Okay, let's start again. Let's start from you. You start with the question.
What's your favorite color?
Why do you want to know? Why so many questions?
Who's really your favorite color?
Give your surname.
That's got nothing to do with none. That's about
But it's difficult to ask a question. Although saying that, in Nigeria, my country, and if you meet any Nigerian, trust me, tell the person, we always answer a question with a question. Most of the time. You know, where are you from? Why do you want to know? Why are you asking me why I want to know? Why are you from Ogun State? Why are you blue? Why are you red? You know, there's always a question. Please, a round of applause for them. Again, we can have a seat. Okay, now the last icebreaker before we go into the talk. So now, I call this one string a sentence. So basically, now this one is one time we're going to do it. We're going to involve everybody again. Yeah. But you're only going to say one word. So now, like I want to say, my name is Dr. Mama K, right? So the first person go, mine, second, name is, third, yeah, so just one word. And you can use full stop, comma, So if you feel the sentence is becoming too long, but don't use full stop just because you want to use full stop. Okay? So you need to listen to the sentence and it needs to make sense. Chikugo, the boy is blue. Full stop. Why am I here? Full stop. Do you know? So you need to think of what the first person is saying. So we want to string a sentence. But we're going to start with I am. I'm helping you now. So I am. So one word. Just one word from you. Did you get it? Did everybody get it? Okay. So just one word, and I'm starting with I am.
Fearful.
Grateful.
Bold.
Lovely. You're choosing the easy way now. Can't be too long a sentence. Remember, it's a sentence.
What?
What? Okay. You use full stop. Let's stop there. I am fearful. Bold. Full stop. Stop it.
Power.
Powerful. Okay, powerful.
Nice.
Nice.
And able.
Enable. Thank you. Was that the sentence? So you could have said, oh, thank you. Okay, now let's start a proper sentence now.
I'm great.
I just be, my, I. She needs to think of what to say after you. Okay, just one word from me.
Great. Full.
A grateful man.
It's good.
Stop, just stop it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they don't do it. Okay, now let's see whether you guys will catch it. Today, we they helped you. Today we are happy. Be happy to be here. Thank you. Now let's see the sentence. So today we are happy to be here. Full stop. Have we got it now? Okay. So let's see now. Remember, the person who starts, you need to think of what you're starting with. She is
Asking.
A question.
She is asking a powerful. Okay.
Magic.
Okay. Stop it there. Because they did problem there. Okay. New sentence. We are in Signa. Full stop. You can continue. We are in Signa learning. Blah, blah, blah. When you stop it, it's fine. You are getting it now. Full stop. I am
Outspoken.
Beautiful. Beautiful. But then you know when you make a sentence, you can't just write I am outspoken. It's the and, one word. Or comma, or and beautiful. She helped you already. Full stop. Okay. I am beautiful. Everybody's beautiful today. And today I am beautiful, and today I will help you. I'm strong. Thank you. Yes, today I'm beautiful and strong. New sentence. I am Unique.
Awesome.
Unique and
Cold.
cold. Okay. And that's unique and cold. Okay.
Full stop.
Full stop. Thank you.
I
am good and now what's that? I am good and
kind.
kind.
Full stop.
Thank you. Okay.
I
And
am
you don't need to start with I am
Unstoppable.
unstoppable. Full stop. Okay. I am angry. Full stop. Oh, I've already got a hand up. Thank you, sir. Please, a round of applause for him. Or just even put him up in the back. Sorry.
Yeah, I can say Bill Gates was bold for me because he dropped out at grade 9 and now he's a software development and he develops, I think, software and he's one of the billionaires in the world.
Right, round of applause, yes, again. Nobody finished out of school. He did it that way and it works for him. But like he said, he was bold enough and now a billionaire, not just running a business, but as well putting back into communities. They have the Bill Gates and the Linda Foundation in Africa, and they do a lot in Africa. So anybody else that wants to go? Okay. Remember? Thank you, ma'am. You can.
Oprah Winfrey, because she's been through a lot, but yes, she's so successful today.
Thank you. Round of applause for our ladies. So Oprah Winfrey, she went through a lot. Rape, rejection, failure, and a lot of other things. Abandonment, and lived with that Gogo as well for a long time. But look at where she stands now. Okay, anybody else? I'll take two more. Okay, thank you.
No, Sibeli,
Thank you.
okay, the person that I know that have been bold is no Sibeli Mayaba. I've been following her on social media. She told she addressed the people about her HIV status. She knew that people are going to criticize her about her status, but anyway, she told people about it, and now she's an inspiration to many people. And she also have a TV show, personality TV show that's called Yes I Have HIV Show. So it shows that she's brave and courageous now. She's successful because of that.
A round of applause for her. And one for me, for her, what she just said. That is not known like Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, and so on. They're looking inward, within South Africa as well to say, yes, this person has our own strength, being bold enough to say, I have HIV, but want others to know. Because yes, there's stigma, with certain things. When people come up to say, oh, I have depression, I have HIV, I have cancer, there's a lot of stigma, so on out there. Where people look at you and say, oh, he's going to die tomorrow, oh, I can't touch her, or I can't touch him. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, anybody else? Before I call on you. Okay, I'm being told you can call as well. Okay, you've been nominated, sir. Yeah, so stand up. You've been nominated.
Okay, I was saying Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo grew up in a poor family in Arizona. His father died at a young age. So now he had to exchange location and leave his mother behind and pursue his career football. But now he's the greatest of all time in football. Since the coach. He even said that like, he doesn't follow records follow you.
Thank you for you see how we say that? Yeah, I love that slogan. And you know why that is important? To learn and find out about people, read about them. So that way you can be inspired to know if they can get there, I can do it. You don't need to be a footballer, but you've been inspired by his life story. And you as well get inspired by opera. So you don't need to be in media. So you will need to follow and read more. Find people that you like. I used to actually have mentors that they didn't know they were my mentors, but they were my mentors. They actually didn't realize it. So choose people. So like the lady you spoke about, have it in your head. Oh, this person is my mentor. She doesn't need to know you. But then that way you're following her and finding out who she is and what she's doing, the right thing she's doing is inspiring you. It's allowing you to have that mindset. When I was growing up, my parents used to tell us, you come back home. I think that wasn't so nice, but then it pushed us where, you come back to home and your results is like, okay, so how come you're number 5 position, or whatever the position is? Does the person who was first, that they have 2 heads, as in literally 2 heads? No. But we were inspired, based on that and then pushing us. Let me see, how many people answered my question then? Can you count? No, let me go to it. How many people answered my question? Can you put up your hand if you answered me? Okay. Where are you? Just keep your hands up. So I'm just going to pass what I told you today about sharing things. So, okay, keep your hands up. No, you did not answer. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. What is happening? Dance. Yeah. We are going to dance. I told you it's very interactive. Let's go on to my short group. So now whoever puts up their hands first. This one is focused on Women's Month. I remember to put your hands up, and you know the drill now. You need to stand up to answer. I'm not wanting to just push you to do that, but it's for you to start building your own confidence. Yeah, we don't like talking in public. I still, before an event, I'm scared. And I've been talking all my life when I go to event like this. But if something does not scare you, then it's not good. So when you're told to do something, especially in a public setting like this, you don't know who is watching. You don't know where that might lead you. So don't, unless there's a reason why. A reason why. But you could still push yourself. So the whole idea is when you stand up, when you're seated, yes, you're still hiding in that people, back in they can't see you. But when you stand up, to talk, already, people see you and they must listen to you. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So it's not that I'm just wanting to embarrass you by saying stand up. It's just that confidence in you saying, okay, and now you breathe. It's okay to not be able to say what you wanted to say because it's like, yeah, everybody's watching me. All eyes are on me. All eyes are on me. But it's okay. It's okay. And I always say as well, even when you stand up, in a public setting to talk, and something goes off completely in your head, it's okay. Stop and pause and go, count, and talk. All right? Okay, so now, my first question, why do we, and like I said as well, there's no right or wrong answer. Some there's right or wrong answer, but I will guide you as well. Why do we celebrate South African Women's Day or month? One person, and that one person will stand up and just tell me about it. Okay. And it will be good to hear men talk. So, why do we celebrate South African Women's Day and month? Okay. All right. He's been wanting to get up.
Oh, why not?
I love it. Give him a round of applause. He's continuing with the question game. Why not? Exactly. Why not? Please, I'm going to give you my next prize here. Thank you. Okay. All right. Who wants to stand up with a question? Who wants to tell us why we celebrate South African Women's Day? Why? Anyone? Because I am going to pick someone. Yeah, I am going to pick someone. Okay. Thank you.
Because white means limbo order.
All right. Okay. The Rock, huh? Strike woman and strike the rock. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Okay. Let's see who else wants to go. Let me see. Yes, it's you. Let's stand up now. Let's stand up.
I think the reason for celebrating Women's Month is to acknowledge women for the good things they've been doing and protecting Mother Nature.
Thank you. No, that's fine. A round of applause for him. And I think my last one to talk, and they're only, but it's okay. I'm still coming to you. You can't do that. They are not allowed to. Why do we celebrate Women's Month? Why? Okay, Terry?
Because women is important in our life, and I think that we can make a big difference and impact on our nation and our world.
All right, thank you. A round of applause for them. Okay, so I agree with what they said. Annually, yes, we honor women, the legacy of women, and promoting gender equality, and as well women's rights. But the All Women's Month was started in 1956 when some women basically decided enough was enough in terms of anti-pass into, different areas, and they decided to do what? To march. Okay. And what day was that? Can anybody know exact date? That's part of what I was looking for. So 9th of August, what year? 1956. And how many other women? How many women led that march? Okay. How many? No, that led the march. There were some women who led, they were the main people who led the march. How many? Okay, there were 4. Can anybody name any of them? Aha! Now you're knowing. Okay, so what name did you name? Alright. Pick something. Now I'm allowing you to pick. Who else wants to name number 2 woman? Miriam Makeba was not part of that marriage. No, they were not. Yes, thank you. Ellie Joseph, come and pick. Thank you. Who else? We got 2 more women. No, Willie Mandela was not part of those polls. Anybody else? Okay. Go and oh, they already did. But go get give us you still name at least you knew. Okay. So yes, we had Lillian Uri, Ellen Joseph, Albertina Sisulu, Sophia Williams, the Brave. So those were the 4 women. And how many other women took part in that match? How many? How many other women from different race, different background took part? They joined those 4 women to take part. How many other women? A guess? Anybody? How many? 200? 40,000? 20,000. Okay, so 20,000 women joined those 4 women to say enough was enough in terms of the anti-pass march. And then yes, you already said it, you strike a woman, you strike a rock, the slogan came up at that time. And then, how many women signed, they had a petition that they went to present to the then Prime Minister. So another guess, how many women signed the petition? How many? 14,000. No. Anybody else? How many? Anybody? No? Okay, we had 100,000 women sign the petition. Okay, now the last bit of this quiz. Now, because I want to give away all my prizes, all what I got. Okay, so this one is easy. I need you to give me 2 names of South African women who are musicians, or politicians, or actresses, or teachers, sportswomen, businesswomen, your female role models. So, when you put your hand on, let's say not the band up now. So you need to tell us which 2 women and which sector. Okay, I'll go with you first.
The politician.
Okay, another name? Not necessarily a politician, it could be any of the musicians. Okay, something up there. A round of applause. Let's see.
Musician.
Okay, and then another person in any sector. Politician, sports. Okay. I'll still allow you. Anybody else? Let me see who hasn't spoken. You spoken. Who else hasn't spoken? Last person. You spoken. Who hasn't spoken? Okay. So last person. Let's see. I had that's good. Round of applause and another one. It's okay. Go get something up there. Okay.
Kelly Kumaro and the new Makas.
Last one. Go get something up there. Round of applause for them. Well done. Okay, we are almost rounding up now. And so yes, I actually had
Answer the question the other day.
I had some women, hands down, and you all already mentioned some of them, but I'll explain some of them to you. So this one's 5 women that are kind of narrowed down in South Africa. So we have Miriam Makeba, who you all mentioned, also known as Mama Africa. She was one of the most influential singers of all time. She used her voice to fight against apartheid and to promote African culture. Then we had, Mama Winnie Mandela, also known as the mother of the nation. She was a fearless anti-apartheid activist and a politician who fought for the rights and dignity of black people and women. Then Caster Semenya is an heroic athlete who has won multiple gold medals in the 800 meters race and has challenged the discriminatory rules that tried to limit her participation in sport. Then Charlize Theron, she's an Oscar-winning actress and producer who has starred in many blockbuster movies and has also founded a charity that supports African youth affected by HIV and AIDS. Sarah Kumalo is a mountaineer who became the first black African woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest in 2019. So those are women that took bold steps in various forms to fight HIV, to get their voice heard in America, in Hollywood, to fight, for the children, for politics, for black people, to go mountaineering, and get the name of South Africa out there. And discrimination in sport. These are women who are taking it, using music, our voice, so that we can be heard through clip songs and a lot of things which are known everywhere in the world. So yes, you might not be able to go out there to change the world, but I always tell people, our world, each and every one of us, is where we stay, where we live, our community, your church, your mosque, your community center, and so on. How are you making changes, positive impact changes in your world? Because we can't all change the world. We can't all. That's the reality. We can't all be celebrating. But you can be a celebrity in your own community. How are you taking bold steps to be a good example, to the people you live around? Most of the time, the news we hear is negative in our community. The crime, the pregnancy issues, the unemployment, the gangsterism, the poverty, no education, and a lot of other things. However, I believe personally, because I've worked in a lot of communities here in South Africa, that there's a lot of good in the community. We shouldn't allow the bad to overshadow the good. So what bold steps are you, not me, not your tutors, what are you doing in your communities to make sure that change that we all want, that we all crave for, can be taken? What bold steps are you taking? Next slide, please. So a middle class family. Both my parents were teachers. And they lived, at that time when I was born, it was during the war in 1967 in Nigeria, for those of you who can read history. They lived in a small, basically, I think, maybe from here to here, where we used to call it face me and face you. So their room is there. And it's like, just maybe that corner, between here and there. That's where they lived. And they had other family opposite. So you all share the same room. That's where I was born. And it wasn't a nasty area, it wasn't a good area, but it wasn't the area that will have poverty and a lot of other things as well. They worked their way. My father later became a lawyer, and then they ran businesses, fish businesses, and so they saw it needs, they would run it. My mother started a school, which I'm helping her to run in Nigeria now. It's a nursery, primary, secondary school, and it's been running for over 30, 40 years. My brother went there, my cousin went there. And the area that it's in, it's similar to Kailicha or Delft, which people can't afford education. But one thing he did with us, because we were girls at the beginning as well, he made sure whatever a man could do, he taught us. He made us believe in ourselves as women. So I could change ties of cars, I could change oils, I could do anything, and I'm not boasting, that a man could do at that time. Because if he didn't teach you, he drops it on you. I started driving at the age of 10. And because I was eager to drive. And he pushed me and said, okay, you want to learn how to drive, you need to know how to change the tires, you need to know how to whatever. And he then will, although I got a lot of smacking as well at that time, because I used to steal the car and drive and things like that. But in the end, he found that and he said, you know what? You're going to be driving me. I drove my dad, even though he had drivers. I drove him up till I left Nigeria in that 1988. And in Nigeria, we have, you know the way Uber, if we take Uber or Bolt, where the driver is there, you sit at the back. We call this owner's corner. So whereby the owner of the car sits at the back. So it's a normal thing in Nigeria. Yes. So the driver is driving and the owner doesn't sit behind. He sits on that corner, it's the owner's corner. So I used to drive my dad, still sitting at the owner's corner, because he wouldn't sit in front with me. And he treated me like a driver. Not in a bad way. What I mean by that is, he believed, okay, you want to learn, you learn the right way, hold the steering wheel in both hands. I would go like this, I'm like, I'll be eating, you can't drink, focus, you're sleeping. Or if I'm now a passenger in his car and I'm sleeping, gives me a knock on the head and my other siblings. Why are you sleeping? All those things at that time, I thought was cruel. In fact, I think, I'm being honest with you, and I've shared it with you. It's late now, it's very last year. I used to think, are they my parents? Why are they doing this to me? You know, I even contemplated suicide at one time. I ran away from home. But because of the beating I knew, it will even give me if I was dead. I was like, I can't even forgive this. But just saying that now, but just saying whatever training you're getting now, you never know how it's going to help you in life. So I was bold enough and left Nigeria, went to London, bought my ticket without him knowing. He had already had a plan. Remember now, he's now a lawyer. So he had already, I used to go to court with him because I wanted me to become a lawyer. And I was rebelling. At that time, I didn't know. Now I know. I was rebelling. So I studied psychology, and he said, no, you're still going to be a lawyer with me. Okay, we'll go to court. I'll go with him, go home. I was planning with my friend's mom on getting opportunities abroad. But yes, we used to travel when we now started making money. We used to travel. But my father would always say, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money. So basically, I bought my ticket. I only found out the day before. I had promised, this is the negotiating bit, my best friend at that time, we were going to do it together, and I promised the mother that when I get to UK, I will work within 3 months, full setting again. Within 3 months, I'll send you back the airplane money that I used. And she agreed, she gave me the money. So my father was like, you're traveling tomorrow? Where did you get money from? And I said, oh, she said, oh, okay. He was not happy with it, but he was like, he couldn't believe it. And the only reason why he allowed me at that time, and this is where I negotiated again, I told him, oh, I'm going to do my second degree in law. I said, okay. So I got to UK. This is me with a degree and so on, and I lived, at that time, we now lived in a big house, blah, blah, they walked the way up. And I got to London and I'm back to sharing. And things were different. And I had to work 3 jobs because I'd set myself goals. I was cleaning offices in the morning and then worked in the bank in the afternoon as a teller. Then in the evening I was a housekeeper cleaning hotel. I was working in a hotel. Chambermaids, they used to call us. And I had a degree. But I knew what I was wanting to do. I knew I'd set myself goals. So I didn't mind. So when people say now, they're like, oh, you don't know, you don't understand. I've worked as a chambermaid, I've cleaned toilets, I've cleaned offices, I've done all those things. But I did it with excellence as well. Where I was noticed as I was doing it. To the extent that they were, oh, oh, you must, be educated. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know they might not take me for the job. I've worked in factories, clothes factory. So those are all those steps. I had culture shock, I was lonely, I was missing home. Then I relocated to Aberdeen, which is even a colder place in Scotland, where they didn't have a lot of black people. In fact, when we see each other on the street, I see another black person, I don't know them, okay, that was the life I was leading there. But I knew, with God as well guiding me, because I'm a woman of faith, I knew God was with me. And I knew He would not leave me. And I was ready to take risks. Risks. Serious risks for calculated risks. Started volunteering, and I want to encourage you all, if you can find NPOs, NGOs in your area, volunteer there. Yes, they might not pay you money, but you develop skills that nobody can take away from you. We have a lot of non-governmental organizations and communities needing help, needing support. They're always looking for volunteers. Volunteering got me to what I'm doing. And I'm still a volunteer with what I'm doing in both. I don't get paid. Because God blessed me in ways that I couldn't even believe in. I started getting awards, got grants, met the Queen. People noticed. That's what I'm saying. Stand up when you need to stand up. You never know when you might be noticed. Then we came right into council. They put me into safe space with MSP. Then I came to South Africa in 2006 with my husband and our children there. And yes, then I was working on racism. How do we challenge racism in Scotland? But now I found out that yes, we have deep issues in Africa. And for me, since coming in 2006, I feel if you, me, government and everybody don't start doing more, we are taking a backward step. When I came, there was no wheelchair. There was not limited potholes in the streets. Water problem, there was none. But now, unemployment has gotten right home. Load shedding, which we are used to in Nigeria, is happening. Potholes, water, at one time we had no water and so on. So what are we all doing to make sure the country does not fall apart? God has given South Africa so much in terms of blessing. So what are we all doing to make sure that things don't fall apart? We recently had a strike, we recently had all sorts, and there was violence and so on in the area. How are you helping to make sure South Africa is not known as a violent nation, but a peace, beautiful, loving, and so on that it is at the moment? So my journey, so yeah, I've written on one day, I had a support system of connecting and then now running boldness. And through all the experiences I've had, I'm trying to use it positively to impact life. Next slide. So yeah, this is what boldness is about. I'm not going to try and read that, but it's about reducing poverty and promoting peace. So we do a lot of work with communities, some of our programs. Next slide. That's some of our projects there, and we work with schools, with young people, with women, disadvantaged people as well. Next slide. And those are some of the pictures of some of the events we've had. Football, from football to awards events, and so on, taking young people, promoting aviation, which is what that bag was about, youth aviation. Next slide. Talent as well, where we make sure that people, we give them a platform, whether you can dance, can sing, fashion show, and so on. So we use all forms of things to just put back in the community. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, these are all just pictures now. Okay, and then some of our achievements over the years, where we've done baking training, worked collaboratively with others, given talks like I'm giving you now. We've given that to in a lot of schools in Kalisha, in Bellville, and so on. Okay, that's right. Okay, so now I've shared my experience of being abroad. I've shared my own experience of being bold and taking those bold steps. Now I need one or two of you to just share with us what bold step have you had to take, or you're thinking of even taking. So, share your personal experience of being bold. Anybody? This one I don't want to force it on anyone. Even if it's one person will get. That's enough for me. Anybody want to share somebody you know that taking both steps, maybe your mom, your dad, your sibling, somebody you look up to, I want you to share your personal experience.
I had to go to train and maintain my fitness, so I was in the gym a lot. I was training 2 hours every day. I was waking up every day, and I was being born like every day. So that was my day-to-day. So that's my experience.
A round of applause for him. I love that. And I thank you because I think everybody was waiting for him to ask a question again. But I think he wanted to share with us, and I love the fact that it's sharing something that sometimes we overlook. Our health. What exercise are we all doing? Yes, you're young right now. You can eat, drink, cool drinks as much as you can, but it later, comes after you. So we're here taking those bold steps to train, going to the gym 2 hours a day. I can't even do 20. I tell myself, I set myself that goal, 30 minutes every day to take a walk for 10,000 steps. Sometimes I don't even achieve it. So for him to have taken that bold step, for whatever reason, he decided to look after himself. Thank you, for that, for being bold. And thank you for sharing that story, that personal story. And, God will keep guiding you, keep lifting you up, keep using you. We're laughing here now, but you don't know what's going on. Plans my heart. Even in your community or your family. Okay? All right. Anybody else? Last one? All right. Now I want you to tell me what name.
Greetings to everyone again. My name is Nobushe Gamza. I stay in Kailisha. I was doing grade 12 in 2017. I was studying at distance in med school. I was passing all the grades, then all of a sudden I failed grade 12. It was very sad for me, and everyone was disappointed. My teachers in high school, my family, since they were expecting a lot from me, then I became depressed, and it was like I didn't expect all of that to happen, but out of all that, I am here today. First of all, I got criticized in my community since I was hospitalized, and they heard that I'm in the NFA, then they had all the ideas that I'm a psycho, I am mad, all of that, but they don't know more about depression. So now I get to teach them a lot about depression, and I wrote my exams, and I had the opportunity at Signa. They want a person with a disability and a person that has passed grade 12, and then I got to get that chance. Yeah. So I think that's the experience of being bold.
I don't know what to say, but I don't know why. I just feel I know you already. And don't allow what the others are saying to get to you. Unfortunately, yes, depression is something that people don't understand at all. We all go through depression. But most of us, yeah, you can be depressed for a day or an hour. However, we have some of us who go through longer forms of depression and whereby we become clinical. My 82 years, she's almost 83, she might not like I'm sharing this with her. Because for me it's waking me up. 83-year-old mother, going through depression for her mother. She's still managing it. But she's not where she is. Like you say, you're standing and you're using it. So keep on being you. Keep on being you. People will always talk. And people talk because they don't understand most of the time. They're ignorant. So don't underestimate how what you've gone through, how God is going to use it to your advantage in ways that you won't believe it. We already had there Bill Gates dropped out of school at 9. I don't know whether you continue the education what we're doing here now. Education is very good, it's important. But sometimes education through the school or it could be overrated, depending. It could be overrated. So educate yourself in life. Educate yourself through what you're doing now and all of this. And keep talking to God. I don't know whether you're a believer or not. Okay. So God will never leave you. Keep talking to God. He doesn't allow something to happen to us without there being a reason. I know of cases of people that were raped. You know, the way here I was listening to a story on CCFM of a lady that had been raped. I don't know who raped her, twice. And I have a personal friend sister who does a lot of work in gender-based violence. She was raped as well twice. But God has been using her in that avenue, which talks about it. Because sometimes we don't want to talk about things. We bottle it up because of what will people say. Because here people are cruel at the end of the day, and people don't understand. But the earlier we know how yes, once you say something, it's gone. It's their problem. That's the way my life is. If you get it right, if you don't get it, then so be it. So what story? She just shared a very personal story now with us. And I thank you for being bold. For being bold enough to step up to do this. Even if it's only you, for me, and I go back today, I will just remember how I connected with her just now. Because she shared that personal journey. And I pray that journey will continue to be a good one. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? And I think that's, I don't know what's after that now. Okay, all right. Oh, yes, the dance. We have quiz and dance, and everybody will dance. That's going to come. Okay, so now, this is the homework and challenge I want to give you. But for me, like I said, you probably will read some of what we've shared online, or you already know what she's talking about, right? But for me, it's about what action are we going to take after listening to what I've shared, my journey, some of what I've shared, and some of what you guys have shared as well. So I want to give you an homework and a challenge, which basically is to think of one thing that requires you to be bold. I'm allowing you to think right now. One thing that maybe you've been hesitant about, that maybe you've been saying, wow, I wish I could do this. Or whatever it is. Think of that one thing. One thing. One thing. That's something I've been saying, you need to be brave, you need to be courageous about it. So that in the next 24 hours, you can act on it. Simple thing. Simple thing. Simple. I'm not going to ask you what it is, because it's personal. So but I want you to go away. If you do it, fine. If you don't do it, it's okay. Nobody will know. But I want you to take it as something that you can go home with. To say, you know what? Hearing that story has made me decide, let me go to my community to serve. Let me go and teach, you know. Or let me start training. Let me start doing exercise. I've always wanted to be fit. Or I've always wanted to dance. Or something simple. Or I want to learn how to cook. You can't learn how to cook without taking the first step. So what step are you going to take to do that? So okay, let me go and start. Maybe let me boil an egg. I know it sounds simple, but it's not serious. So what is that one thing that you need to take action for in terms of a whole thing? And like I said, I'm not going to ask you about it. And I'm speaking as well to all the tutors as well. So it's not just for them. All the Signa staff, I'm speaking to you as well. I don't know if you've been encouraged or inspired. I'm inspired by some of what I've heard. When I'm invited to things like this, people think, oh yes, you're giving up time. Yes, fine. And that time is money, which most of the time I don't have. But I come out to things like this because I want to learn well. And I love you because I want to grow, I want to learn. So that's why I engage with my audience most of the time. Now the dance. DJ, have we got music? miss you all again. It's been awesome. It's been great. God will continue to be with you. Okay, we're still at Signa Academy, and what a day celebrating Women's Month and Women's Day. And I've got one of the learner. Oh, tell us first. So tell us your name and how long you've been at Signa.
Okay, my name is Kanyisa Polisiki. I'm 23 years old from Langa. I've been at Signa from October 2019 until now, and I'm still counting. I'm not sure.
And what has been your experience so far? What are you learning, or what have you learned so far at Signa?
What I've learned so far at Signa, except from the programs and so on, but what I've learned is to engage with one another, learning to know another person. And yeah, one thing I can say about Signa, as much as it's a school, like a workplace, but also it's a family. When I come here, I don't just come to work, I come to my family.
Also, yes. So what has today's experience been? That event, I know I was the one there, but be honest, you can say it, it's okay. How was today for you?
Today, one thing I can say today, I'm very motivated. Very motivated. I didn't know anything about bold. Yes, I knew bold is that alphabets, those 4 alphabets, but now I know the meaning of bold. Yes.
Awesome. So you're going to do that homework, that challenge I gave you.
Of course, challenge, 24 hours, I'm counting. Yes.
So what stood out for you? Because I know you took part in the dance and so on. What did you enjoy most out of all what happened?
Out of all the things that happened today, the experience, the personal experience, and then there was a lady who shared her story, and wow, yeah. Yeah,
I was as well. Yeah. That was for me.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going to ask you if you want to give a shout out to anybody in Langa or anywhere else. Just give a shout out.
I'm going to shout out to my family in Fulani. I love you, Mom. I love my son.
We'll be right back. Yes, we're still at Signa Academy and with another young man who is a staff at Signa. Tell us who you are, young man.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to the listeners. I'm Yosef Dominic, and I am a staff at Signa. My experience at Signa was I started last year, January. I did a learnership on financial service, and I completed it, and then I went in April on my structured workplace, and I found a lot of, I enjoyed myself where I learned a lot of things, and as life went on, I carried on what I learned, I carried on in my journey. And I also tried to inspire a lot of young people to never give up. Always stay positive and never be negative in that sense. And what I learned today was with being bold, as I'm a musician. And
oh really?
Yeah, I'm a musician. I started at the age of 6.
Wow.
And I went to my grandfather and I asked my grandfather, every second Friday we would visit him, and I'll ask, Paul, where's the guitar? And he would show me chords, and I didn't understand from the age of 6. As I started growing and as I'm older, and I learned what my grandfather taught me, and then I continued with the career. And up to today, I'm a professional guitarist and a bass guitarist. And I started in 2012 for a few years. I played till 2012, and then the 1st of March, I told myself I wanted to start to play bass guitar, and I knew the next day was going to be my birthday, and I told myself the money that I get from my family or my nephews, I'm going to save up, and I just saw this long box, and it was wrapped with a teddy bear, and I thought it was maybe another guitar or another bass guitar. And when my parents and my family did a birthday wish, and they said, now it's time to reveal, and I didn't believe my eyes. It was a 5-string, and I didn't know how to play the bass guitar, and my brothers were telling me you must go for lessons, and I was hard-headed, I don't want to go for lessons. But when it came to 2019, another gentleman came to tune our piano, and then I suggested to my dad, why don't this gentleman take me for piano lessons? And 2019 he took me for piano bass guitar lessons, and I carried on, and then I wasn't eager to carry on with the bass guitar lessons, and then I asked another brother in our church if he can maybe teach me, and then he took me from 2019 till up to date.
Wow.
And I can play fluent bass guitar.
Wow.
And I can teach any young people to play guitars or bass guitar. And a lot of people also call me they want to play guitar, and I said, okay, what guitar do you want? And I gave them the names. You get chord, you get Ebenezer.
So you tell them the differences and all, because a lot of people don't know.
And I said, okay, first thing you go for a classic guitar, then you play over years for your fingers to get fermented with the, you get two different types of strings. You get steel and you get nylon.
Right.
So nylon is a bit like a plastic string. It's a bit harder. So you need to develop with your callus on your fingers.
Okay.
And as you go on with your guitar lessons, and you will upgrade to a steel string that's more harder, and then you will start feeling your tips will feel. You can even feel here on my tip.
All right.
Because it develops calluses, and that's fundamental in order to play bass guitar. You can't play bass guitar and then guitar. So
wow, I never knew that.
So guitar is your bass line.
Interesting.
And,
So now I'm just fascinated with your journey as well as a learner first at Signa, and then now being a staff, and what you do in the finance, and then what you said about today, the experience that you've had today, and relating that to your own journey in terms of your granddad. So for you, what stood out for you in the activities that was held today? What stood out for you?
What stood out for me was to be bold and to teach other people your ways, and to make the way forward for them.
Right.
And that you can be a example to them.
Other people.
They can see what example you set for them.
Right. And you're already doing that by teaching all those young people, like you said. You might not know, you might be able to teach my husband. He's been trying to learn playing a guitar for over 30 years now, I think, actually. So maybe I will have a chat with you. So in closing, I wanted to just give a shout out or words of encouragement, whatever you want to say to anyone out there.
Yes, to shout out to anyone, stay blessed, stay safe, and always keep going and stay positive and never be negative. Always be positive for the way forward. I thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you heard him there. Be positive. Don't give up. Never be negative. I know sometimes we're negative. That's the reality. But stay positive, he said. Thank you. We'll be right back. Yes, we're still at Signa, and yes, this is a friend, sister who recently we just it's God's timing. Let me send this lady a message, and that's why we're here today. So tell us who you are, what you do, your job title, and your involvement with Signa Academy.
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm the Key Accounts Manager at Signa Academy. My name is Cherise Killian. I've been here now for 8.5 years, going for 9 years. It's been a long time. And yeah, throughout the years I've been journeying through all the different departments, and I met you through that, which was just the best time ever.
So what exactly is your role now?
Okay, so currently in Signa, we've got a client base in the Western Cape, about 23 clients that's based in the Western Cape that pays a stipend of these learners to be at Signa Academy. So that is my role. I manage the clients, I work with the clients, I interact with the clients, I give them feedback on all their learners, what they are doing, how they are doing.
Awesome. Women's Month. We've just had an all event day where, yes, I got involved through you, and I'm glad I did, and it was very honoring and humbling, for me. How has the day been for you? Did it achieve what you hoped it could achieve?
Yes, thank you so much, Kimmy. I really appreciate that you came out and you took time out of your busy schedule to come to us. Yes, we've achieved what we wanted to. We wanted this day to be interactive with both male and female. Although it's Female Month, we wanted it to be interactive with both our males and females, and we have achieved that, and I think it was very successful and the learners enjoyed it. I've never seen a learner sitting for more than an hour as they sat today. So yes, thank you so much. It was amazing and it was very blessing.
You're welcome. So what stood out for you? I think that's my last question.
Well,
One
must I
item.
be honest?
Be honest.
Be honest.
Be honest.
The fact that you came to search for me, hiding from you. But yeah, the questions that you asked was amazing, and then obviously that one story. I'm sure you're going to deal that with your viewers still.
Yes.
But that one specific story was just like, it's a blessing for people to actually stand up and be bold and tell the world what happened in their life before.
Thank you very much, Eris. So in closing, I'm going to ask you to give a shout out or whatever you want to say to anyone out there. Words of advice, encouragement, or just Anything.
Anything. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to give a shout out to everyone out there. Be bold, be brave, be beautiful, and we love you all. Thank you.
She said it all. Be bold, be brave, be beautiful. We love you. We'll be right back. So yes, in closing, wow, what a day. I was there live, as you saw, and I had an awesome time, even though I was the one, giving the talk and everything else. But let's hear what Mr. Simon has to say. So how has today been?
Today it was amazing, Dr. Nunu. We really appreciate your presence. It was very engaging. So, most of the learners, they were very open. They were able to communicate in a manner that they don't normally communicate. I saw them being interactive, and they really enjoyed themselves. You brought the spirit, the synergy that you brought in. We really appreciate that. I think what you have imparted in our learners, they will take it forever with them. Right. So we really appreciate that. We kind of enjoyed it. I saw staff as well dancing in the background.
Even though you ran away from me, huh? Don't worry, next time we can run.
Like I said, I've got 2 left feet, so I couldn't dance.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So in closing, before we close, what I'll want from you as well is if you could just give a word of encouragement to a learner out there, especially those, who have a form of disability. If you notice, I actually ignored mentioning that, and I did that on purpose. So, but do you have any message which you can just speak directly to them?
Yeah, mostly I would like to say to people that are living with disabilities that there's a lot of things that you can do. The word disability, actually, it doesn't define who you are. And we are all disabled, and it's beyond the physical. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can accomplish. You don't have to look at your limits. Everyone has their own limits. So you need to go out, look at what you are passionate about and go for it. Don't limit yourself.
Right. Well, you've heard it from Mr. Simon Zita there. Go for it. Don't limit yourself. Until next, Impact Africa will just keep saying, enjoy yourself. I know Women's Day, that's it for the month. However, like I keep saying, women deserve to be celebrated every day. So till next time, can't wait till the next Impact Africa. Keep being bold, like the topic. I am bold, you're beautiful. You are kind, you're great, you're patient. Keep going, especially for some of our young ones who struggle with one disability or the other. Remember, God is love. God bless.